Well, I'd just like to welcome a good friend of mine. Well, kind of a friend. I haven't actually never met you in person, or this is probably the
Definitely pen
first.
pal.
But we're kind of pen pals. We're sort of internet pals, really, aren't we? But this is Casual American, also real name Mark McManus, and
Indeed, yeah.
and you live in Boston, in America, yourself.
Yeah, I'm in Massachusetts.
That's it, the one. Yeah. And you know what? Obviously, this is going to sound like a stupid question to you now, Mark. But what Casual American? Where did that name come from, and how did it come about for you?
I stumbled across ultras probably about 10 years ago online. And from ultras, I found the casuals.
Ah,
And I started doing my own thing with the ultras, but then I decided to do a casual, and I found the casual name. So I decided just to do Casual American because just to have a name. I'm not the Casual American or a Casual American. It's just Casual American, just for search purposes, really. It
sure.
just makes it easier to find.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because when I, over here in the, well, I live in Ireland now, as you know. I mean, you've got Irish background yourself. But when I was over in England and London, casual was really a thing from the 1980s, from the football scene, and not just the football scene. The lads of that era, dressers, casuals, stemmed from the fashion and all the new stuff that came out, and probably a bit of music involved in it too. So that's why I
Right.
was asking casual, because I know yourself. You're wearing a laissez there. What,
Yeah.
what your kind of stuff? Did you ever get involved in kind of vintage '80s style clothing yourself?
Clothing. I grew up in the 80s. Yeah, I have the 80s was different here in America. We had breakdancing and that type of thing going on.
Oh
That
yeah,
we the football scene. It was NBA, baseball, NFL, for sports here. But as far as fashion went, I always loved the Adidas. I liked to breakdance when I was a kid, so we always wore Adidas shoes and Run DMC had the song My Adidas. So
oh
I
yeah.
was always into the Adidas growing up.
I'll tell you, I used to love all that myself, Mark.
Yeah.
All that. Beat Street. I remember Beat Street, the film, and I preferred that to the breakdance film all day long. I just loved Beat Street, and and that type of stuff back in them days was hoodies and baseball caps and all that type of things when it really first started taking off. Then,
Right. Yeah.
kinda, like yeah, yeah, and the music that went along with it. I used to like Dougie Fresh and all that lot, and Grandmaster Flash, and
Oh
all
yeah.
that type of stuff.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember when that started. I remember before there was no rap. I remember when
Oh,
MTV actually had music on, back then. They don't do that anymore, sadly, but
yeah, yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
that was my source of information as far as pop culture went. As far as
Right.
like fashion and all that went with MTV. Is my
Yeah.
connection in the UK.
Right. Yeah. So you've got a background from, you say Boston's quite an Irish area. There's a lot of
Oh
Irish
yeah, really heavily Irish.
people
Yeah.
people from way back, and you have that kind of connection yourself a little bit, didn't you?
Oh
Really?
yeah. My
And
family came here in the early 1900s. My grandmother came from Mitchelstown, Ireland, and they settled here in Lynn, is where I actually live. I say Boston because Lynn is kind of off the beaten path. It's North Shore. It's about 10 miles north of Boston.
right.
So,
Yeah, yeah. Because I take it Massachusetts must be a fairly big sized state on its own. Would it be?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Massachusetts is big. I try to explain like away days here, and people don't understand the geography of how big America is.
Oh God, yeah, yeah.
Our rival is Los Angeles, which is the other coast, which is 3,000 miles west. So it's tough to do an away day when it's 3,000 miles across the coast.
Pretty
But
much. Yeah. So what's
you
your
know,
teams there? What's your local teams there, Mark? Around that area.
Revolution, my Revolution, I love. Yeah,
Ah,
as
hence,
bad as yeah, I love them.
hence your email address.
Yeah, exactly. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. Revolution. And what are they like at the moment? Are they in the MLS and all that, the major league?
Yep. The Major League Soccer. Yeah, they're bottom of the barrel, but they they have a strange system here. They don't have points. They go by wins, and then they do a playoff system, and then they do
Right.
a final game, and whoever wins the final game becomes the champion. Which
Ah,
I
okay.
but it's
Yeah,
this.
fair
I wish
enough.
there was a point system, and I
Uh,
wish there was delegation, so that way my team would have a reason to
yeah,
compete. But
yeah. And what colours do they play in your team? Yeah.
red and blue, a little bit light. They have America's colors.
Ah, okay.
They have Minutemen on the side dressed in the old Revolutionary War gear, and when they score a goal, they fire off the rifles.
Oh,
You know,
well.
yeah,
Yeah.
they get into
Okay.
they embrace the old Revolutionary War thing. So
I'll get that now totally. Yeah. Revolution. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And then the Boston Tea Party and all that type of thing.
yeah,
That
they,
doesn't.
they did the equivalent. I think it's $1 million in tea they dumped in today's words is what they dumped back then.
Wow.
Had $1 million worth of tea dumped.
Unbelievable. Well, that's a lot of dough, eh, to be wasted.
Oh, yeah.
The fish had a good old drink anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who are the big teams now over there then? 'Cause
For for Major League Soccer, LAFC, they just got Son from Spurs, and
right.
they a lot of names come here, but they don't ever come to New England, which is sad for me. But
Yeah,
they
yeah.
always have the big names like Zlatan Ibrahimovic went to LA Galaxy, which is
Right.
everybody loves to go to LA because it's the sunny, it's the sunny side of America. So it's
Hmm.
where all Hollywood is and all the famous people live. So they want to be there.
Yeah. I was lucky enough to go there once. Yeah, yeah. It was nice. I went there once years ago. I went to LA and San Francisco, like, Alcatraz and all that type of thing. It was a good,
Yeah,
it was a good
never
experience.
been. Yeah, I've never been over LA.
Maybe one day. Hey, hopefully.
Yeah, I'd like to do an away day. I have a lot of friends over there I chat with from LAFC. They have a
Right.
big Catholic scene there, actually.
Yeah. I'd imagine there's a bit quite a Hispanic kind of following over there. Is it?
A lot
I'd
of
imagine
Latin culture over there.
Latins. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because that was where Beckham was for a while, wasn't it? LA Galaxy, did he?
Yep, the LA Galaxy. We saw him play. He came here to Revolution. He was playing, and the fans threw things at him, and they just cursed at him, and just I didn't like how they treated him. I like Beckham. I think he's an ambassador for the game, and I thought he was treated very poorly when he came and played. But
I wonder why that was just one of those things, someone to get hateful against, I suppose. Kind
just
of.
treating rivals, just one of those things, rivalry.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Badly.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you said your team's the bottom of the barrel of my team yesterday. We called Crikey, we took a right battering.
Oh, that yeah.
Did you
Uh,
see?
I
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that.
60-0 last I saw, right? Wasn't it? It was pretty
7-1.
7-1 this time. Yeah, I
Wow.
watched as much as I can on the weekends.
Yeah, anyway, I'm not going to go into all that stuff, but there's a bit of politics around our club at the minute, but we won't go anywhere near that. We're going to keep it on a lighter note here with yourself here.
Yeah, I
So,
try to politics out of what I do.
yeah, and if you was to support a team over this either sort of UK or Ireland, what would it be? What's your favourite team?
The Islands, I like Celtic. I like well, that's Scotland, but Ireland, I like Shamrock Rovers in Scotland.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, in Scotland, I like Celtic. I like the Hoops.
Sure, yeah, yeah. Well, QPR are the hoops.
Yeah.
Actually, QPR was actually wearing green and white hoops yesterday, believe it or not, which is our
Really?
third kit. Yeah, but that didn't go down very well. Maybe.
No.
Oh well. Anyway, yeah, it's one of those, eh? So yeah. So, what would your favourite items of clothing be? You said you like the Adidas. You call it Adidas. But
Yeah, that's my I know you
yeah,
also Adidas is how you say it over there, right?
everyone says it different. Wherever you come from, you say it, whatever it is, isn't it? Like, yeah. I don't know how the Germans say it.
Diadora grown on me. I do enjoy some Diadora. They're hard to find, but I buy them online.
Yeah, yeah. Have you got the old ones, the Borg Elite ones and all that?
Yeah, the old red and whites, the old plain red and whites with the like the red on the side, I guess would be.
Yeah, yeah. Nice trainers. I like the gold ones. They're lovely. The white and gold Borg Elite, lovely stuff. And they did all.
Yeah, it's tough because I'm a heavy guy and Adidas really doesn't offer me much support, but like the Diadora, they have a nice cushion going when you walk.
Sure. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah.
And New Balance have grown on me too. I've started to like the New Balance. They're actually a Massachusetts company, New Balance.
Right. Oh, are they?
Yeah.
I didn't
By the factory in Boston when I head into Boston.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Unless I tell you what, if I did wear any other kind of trainers, I would. Back in the day, even in the 80s, I did like a bit. I did have a few pairs of New Balance. I do like New Balance. Yeah.
I wear them when I work. They're good.
Yeah, nice.
So it's good.
Good trainers, good pair of trainers, and like you say, comfortable as well. They've got good soles on them and all that type of thing. But yeah, I haven't worn New Balance for a while now. Who knows? I might get a pair soon. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. But
easy to get over there. New Balance.
Oh yeah, you get them online, all right, no problem. Yeah, there's always an outlet that sells them. So I think there's a New Balance have their own outlet over here somewhere. Online you can do everything online nowadays. But I tend to steer clear from buying from the UK because we've got hit with the Brexit charges now. The customs charges are horrific now. But from America, I don't think we get any kind of charges like that. So it's not probably just as well to get them from the US, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They talk about. I have no idea what that affects, but
who knows?
Yeah,
importation tax and all that shite,
Yeah.
But yeah, I tell you what, I want to thank you as well for the when I wrote my book. You was around. You kind of knew me then when my first book, Beating My Demons, right? And this is not me plugging it. I've had various covers.
Mm.
You did a great cover for me for that book.
Thank you.
There's an edition out there with your artwork on it, your graphic,
Yes,
which is
yeah.
fantastic. I really like that. It portrayed everything really well.
Thank you. Yeah.
So thanks for that.
I keep it on my resume. I point people out on my resume. I say I did a cover for this, this fellow over in.
Sure, man. And do you still do that? A bit of graphics and artwork and stuff?
Now and then I do. Yeah, it's not as much demand. I was doing it for UK Casuals for a while, but he kind of faded off and asking me to do stuff for him. So
yeah.
I'm always open to do it. If anybody asks me, I do it.
Sure. Well, if anyone's watching, I totally recommend your stuff. And
hit me up. Yeah.
I'll be putting a link in the description for this video on YouTube of where to find you and all that type of thing.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, appreciate that.
No worries whatsoever. Yeah. So, what else? I was thinking about the old. So you grew up in the 80s. You're not quite as old as me. I know that, Mark. You're not as.
No, I'm 49.
You're 9 years behind me. So in the 80s, you'd have been a youngster, really, I suppose.
Yeah. My brothers are all older than me. I have brothers that 13 and 12 years older than me. So.
Right.
I got to see all that older stuff. I got to experience the new wave through my sister. She loved the Wham and the Flock of Seagulls and that type of music back in the 80s.
Yeah,
my brother metal. They like the Ozzy Osbourne and the Def Leppard.
Yeah, he's gone now. Bless him. He passed away the other week, didn't he, old Ozzy?
Yeah.
Osbourne. Yeah, may you rest in peace and all that type of thing.
He's a guy who live forever.
Yeah. Yeah, it all depends what sort of music you do. I mean, the 80s, the great thing about the 80s, right, was the variety. There was a good variety, and it was all pretty good as well, to be fair. You didn't single anything out as such. But you had your skinhead, you had your punk, your new romantics, you had soul, funk, you name it. Even the rap, as you described there, you had the breakdancing type of stuff, and the rap and hip hop, and wow, just loads of stuff, Yeah, I don't suppose you ever...
all cocaine and rainbow suspenders. It's just
yeah, absolutely.
Everything was very glittery and very flashy in the 80s here.
That's right, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, sort of bling. And then what was his Flavor Flav, wasn't it?
Yeah, Flavor Flav, those big clocks. I always knew what time it was when you looked at him.
That's right. Yeah, that's like him, man. And the Run DMC with all the dollar signs and all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Boys, all those are all the pioneers of the hip hop. Yeah, and Grandmaster you mentioned earlier too. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, the old white line.
Bismarcky was another one I loved growing up.
Yeah. And who's kind of like the bands to look for now over in the US? Sort of.
Today I don't know. I'm so out of touch with popular music now. It's everything country now. They have country music mostly. Even my nephew has a country band. They're fairly popular. Andrew McManus band. Plug him up.
Cool, man.
Yeah,
country's very popular here in Ireland as well. Very popular.
Is it?
Oh, big time. Yeah, massively. I think there's a big connection anyway, isn't there? So
American country?
Well, yeah, we'd be both. No, Irish country, really.
I know it's Irish folk, but
it'd be the same sort of thing, that type of thing, though. But, yeah, like indie bands and stuff. And so much. I mean, have you got the indie bands over there that are up and coming? Like you say, you're not really into it anymore.
I'm still listening to my 90s music. Yeah,
same.
Everything now seems so overproduced.
Yeah,
everything's Taylor Swift here, or pop music like that.
Yeah,
I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah, I think us oldies, we kind of grow out of all that stuff, don't we? Really, all that crap. Really.
Yeah, I still listen to Noel. I love his Noel Gallagher's new music. Right. Even though he did the Oasis thing, I still listen to the old Noel Flying Birds that he did. Okay,
I've never really heard much of that myself. I'm not one of these big, massive Oasis fans like all these other guys are at the moment. I mean, I put this thing on the other day on my Instagram. It was a debate basically about the new Oasis Adidas trainers to have the endorsed, got the pictures of either Liam or Noel on them. And I'm like, well, to be this might shoot me down in flames, everybody, but not my cup of tea. Like, I wouldn't wear a pair of trainers with someone else's face on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like the trainers just for the originality, not because they got someone's face on them.
Yeah.
Fair play. Each to their own if you buy them, but, it's just making the rich richer in a way. Kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I got trainers on now. They have my Revolution on them. Actually, let me move you a little bit.
Sure, if you can show them.
These.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, they're decent. That's nice. Yeah. Yeah. Did you get them made specially or?
No, I ordered them from the club. The club has a website. I ordered them.
Right, they're nice trainers. Now I'll be almost inclined to wear a pair. I've seen a nice Adidas pair of blue and white trainers with a QPR crest on it. Still not sure if I would wear them or not. Do you know what I mean? But I'd have them as a part of a collection, if that makes sense. I
Yeah,
think I wouldn't want to wear them. Number one, I wouldn't want to ruin them for a
keep
start.
them on the glass off to the side, as you know.
Yeah, but they're nice pair of trainers, them, I must say, yeah. And they're not like in your face or anything like that, are they? They're quite discreetly done, sort of
Yeah,
thing. That
just
revolution on the back. Yeah, very good, man. Very good.
yeah. You didn't get any QPR tattoos or anything like that? No.
I do, yeah. I wouldn't show you. I've got one around my belly button, which I won't show you. I wouldn't show you that. When I was a kid, I was about 14 years old. I was a skinhead back then. I had QPR sort of done on my knuckles.
Oh yeah.
You see it, just?
Yeah, a little folded.
I did it myself with a little bottle of Indian ink and a sewing needle and done it that way. My mate had one on his lip, actually. I did it for him. How crazy
Oh,
was
on
that?
the inside, so when he flipped it out.
And he was in pain, man. He nearly fainted, actually. I mean, that was hot. That was very painful. And he woke up this morning and had vanished because he'd sucked all the ink out. It vanished.
Nothing, jeez.
Waste of time. But yeah, that was the type of things we did when we were 14-year-old. That type of thing. But I don't have any really good QPR tattoos as such. No, I don't know. I know a mate of mine, Big Phil, actually. Big Phil Newman, I will say him. I'm not putting him in the shit or anything, but he's got a huge QPR crest on his back. Fantastic tattoo, actually. But the tattoos now are getting so much. I mean, they are actual sort of art, aren't they? They really are art. Back in the day, they were just silly things like that.
That's why I love the football culture so much. It's so distinct for each individual, for each club to have their own type of way to support. And everybody has either tattoos, or they have their gear that they wear, or they have stickers, or they have flags, or scarves, or everybody has a way to represent their own way. That's why I love the culture.
Yeah, I mean, some of the tattoos you see these days are absolutely awesome, aren't they? You know, I like. Sometimes it's funny when you see the real bad ones, and if you're,
I love the ones when somebody predicts they're going to be a champion for that season, and they have champions for that year, and they don't win it.
That's a no-no, isn't it? You kind of putting a jinx on it, and then you've got it for life. Then,
right?
Oh yeah. Have you? I don't take it. You're not a tattoo man yourself, there, Mark?
No. I want to get one. I want to get my club done, but I can never make up my mind about what I want to do. That's the problem. I have ADHD, so my mind always changes every 5 minutes about what I want to have done. So,
what is their crest? The revolution.
It used to be a flag. It used to be what they call the crayon flag, and now it's an R. It's just an R, pretty much. Okay. It's a floral thing around it, and it's just an R. But it used to be a flag. I don't have anything to show you, but
yeah. Effective but simple. Simple but effective.
Yeah, they changed it. It's I think they could have gone more towards the revolution like style if they put like a Minuteman on it or something like that, something. But they just a letter.
Yeah.
Our mascot is a fox. I don't know why it's a fox, but our mascot is Slide the Fox.
Right. Is that something to do with the old maybe there was something to do with I remember seeing something around the fox was involved in something or other.
Maybe, yeah. Might have
something. Did they not wear foxtail hats or something? Oh, was that raccoon skin? Or
raccoon
skin? Yeah. It was raccoon hats, wasn't it? not foxtail.
Yeah, the old Daniel Boone days, yeah.
Because I remember the old days. Remember the old scooter boys and mods of the 1980s used to wear. No, sorry, it wasn't the mods. Back in the 80s, there was a little bike called the Chopper. I don't know if you remember it. They had Adam in England and the UK. It was called a Chopper. And some of the boys used to have a foxtail kind of tied to the back because it had a big sort of backrest on it, and they put a foxtail on the back of it, type of thing.
Oh, you mean the big choppers, the ones that have the big?
Yeah. Well, they're not like the big motorbike ones.
The choppers over here are the ones that have the big handles that the guys.
They did have them. They did have those big handlebars, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the old comfortable padded seats and stuff on them, and like an 80s thing for the kids. And then you had the BMXs and the grifters and all that type of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that type of stuff. Yeah. So you work hard yourself, Mark. I know you told me you work in what you call it, a shop. I suppose we call it a factory. Yes, you do. You work hard, and you got a son. You said
my boy is going to be 28 in November.
28.
28.
He's grown up, man.
Went so quick. Grew up so. Good kid.
Yeah, nice one.
Than I was at that age. I give him that.
Yeah. Is he like the old football, soccer, and that football?
He's more of a basketball fan.
Right.
He loves his Boston Celtics. We're a Boston Celtic family. That's what I grew up with too. My family was all Boston Celtic. We weren't really into baseball or football or anything like that, like the NFL football. I don't know. It's confusing with the two names, but yeah, I didn't find football myself till '94 when the World Cup came here. Right. And that's when I see a match, and I got to experience it, and that changed everything for me. Just to see it live was amazing. And we didn't get our own league for a couple of years, so.
That was a great World Cup, actually, the '94 World Cup.
Yeah. The '94 game.
England weren't in it. That's one of the only ones we haven't qualified for a long time. '94, England weren't in it, and I remember Ireland being in it, actually. And, they'd have had a big following out there, I'd imagine.
That Roy Houghton, yeah.
That's right, Roy Houghton, yeah. He beat Italy, was it 1-0? I remember was it Italy? I think Ireland beat there.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was. Yeah.
Put the ball in the net. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I remember watching that in a pub, and obviously when I was back then, watching that in the '90s and stuff, in the old Irish pubs and stuff like that. Because QPR's got a big connection from back in the day of the Irish and stuff like that. So it's the area really, because QPR is originally it's Queen's Park Rangers, right? And people say, why is it Queen's Park Rangers? Well, Queen's Park is actually an area in northwest London, like Kilburn, Queen's Park, Kilburn, Willesden, Neasden, all that area. Big catchment area for QPR fans. And that's why we're actually called Queen's Park Rangers. And then we kind of moved. We've had, I think, the most grounds ever in anyone's history. We've had 13 different grounds in our history. And finally, we settled in Shepherd's Bush and that. And the rest is history, really. It's back in the day, it was all big old connection and that. So, yeah, good stuff, man.
Who is the big legend? Who's your biggest legend for your club?
Oh, legends. You can say that. I mean, when you talk about legends, you're talking about really someone like Stan Bowles. He was a flair player.
I'm familiar with him, yeah.
Rodney Marsh, people like that. I'd say you could almost label the 1975 to 76 team that came second in the first division and only lost out at Liverpool. Pretty much every one of them players you could almost class as a legend. I'd class Alan McDonald, who was a bit nearer, sort of late 80s, 90s. Alan McDonald has passed away, sadly. I'd class him as a legend at QPR as well. He was a fantastic, staunch defender. Who else? It's hard to say who else we actually say as a legend as such. So it's a funny kind of title, legend, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Who deserves it?
Your own personal, or it could be somebody known by everybody,
Yeah, that type of thing.
But, a legend could be personal or could be on a grander scale,
Exactly that, yeah. Do you have any legends?
Our club had Alexi Lawless was on our first team. He was the big one. Everybody hates him because of his politics and his views, but he was a player. I just judge him by his playing. He played well.
I remember him. He had the kind of beard, didn't he? Like a pointed beard.
He had big red hair. Yeah, he was a
big, I remember him.
Big, bushy, big red goatee. He was a centre back. He's a big guy, 6'5".
He was a very good defender, wasn't he, Lawless? I remember him. Did he play in the UK in England? Can't remember.
I'm not sure. I know he played in Greece, and I think he played in Italy.
Right. Yeah.
He went to the UK.
I do remember him.
Donovan and I know Clint Dempsey went and played there. Some of the Americans that some of our best. Clint Dempsey was actually a revolution. We have what's called the draft system. We draft people out of college. That's another thing that we do different. But we take Clint Dempsey out of college to the Revolution and kept it for a couple years. And then Fulham offered them some money, and as soon as they offer the money, they sell them off. My club's notorious for that. Any type of money, they sell somebody off.
I suppose they need it, eh?
Yeah. They took money. They sold Petrovic to Chelsea. He was a goalkeeper. They took 19 million for him, and then they built a lighthouse. They didn't put anything back in the club, but they built on the stadium and built a lighthouse.
Oh wow, a lighthouse!
Lighthouse, yeah, because New England is notorious for lighthouses, so they're very well known around here. So they built. Fair goalkeeper.
Yeah, crazy stuff. I remember QPR had a goalkeeper in the 90s called Jurgen Sommer. Jurgen Sommer. I don't know if you say it. Sommer, Sommer, Jurgen. He wasn't a bad keeper. He was he was an American himself, actually. Who else? Someone, I'm sure someone might say, tell me who we are. I can't think of many other Americans we've had at QPR, to be fair. But definitely Jurgen Sommer was one of them. And I'll say, I remember he was a great goalkeeper as well. So fair enough. I don't know if he actually made into the US international team or not. But he's one of them, like, that's what we could do with. There's a bit of craziness around our goalkeepers at the moment at QPR. I don't know what's happening there, but we'll see.
We had a goalkeeper from Revolution that went over there, Matt Turner. He was great for the club, and he went to Arsenal. Was terrible at Arsenal. Went from Arsenal to Nottingham Forest. Was terrible there, and then wound up back at the Revolution this season. So he came home again.
Okay.
After getting his butt kicked over there for a couple of seasons, he came back.
So he couldn't get on over there so much.
He was great in America, but just being over there in that higher, it's greater competition there, and the pace is so much faster. I don't know if you ever watch soccer; it's very slow compared to watching the pace of you.
You're right. There's a massive step upwards, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. If you watch college soccer versus MLS, it's pretty much the same. It's very slow, very, very controlled, very refined. They don't play with this abandoned and like you all do. They very nice in their movements.
Maybe it's the way they get coached. I suppose it could be the way they get coached. I suppose, yeah, that's how they like to play. So fair enough.
Yeah. That's another thing with the Americans. They don't take people into academies for free. You have to play to pay for to play for a club over here. If a young player gets scouted from a club, the parents have to pay for him to play. For the club. Over there, they take somebody in, they pay for them to live, they pay the family even to live there, and they don't do that here. It's very strange. It's a very backward system.
Yeah. Sounds a bit like grassroots in a way. You pay your memberships. I do a bit of coaching over here actually with the under 12s and that. And I mean, they pay their yearly memberships and stuff like that because little clubs have to survive somehow. And that's how they get their money in, from memberships and all that type of thing. But it's also trying to develop players at the same time. Hopefully, they make it through. So one or two of them get through and make it, But I suppose if a kid gets into the professional game, they're laughing, aren't they? Nowadays, the money they get paid.
Yeah. A friend of mine's son, he was trying to get into Chicago Fire here, and there was just too much money to try to make the club, for the family to get him in there. Yeah. It's sad, great talent too. But
yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, it's such a shame because there's so many talents that do go by the wayside.
Yeah,
for whatever reason.
Pay for it. All these people that can't afford it, they're going to be overlooked.
Sad, really. Yeah, pretty sad. Yeah, I suppose this is where Beckham, he's always been quite generous, and he's quite a charitable kind of man. Helps out with that type of thing.
He's a good ambassador for the game. He's very thoughtful. He's always remembered what it was like to be poor.
Exactly. Yeah, he came from the old East End of London and that, and made his way up. Fair play to people like that. That's what I say. It can make or break someone, can't it?
Yeah. There's too many people get famous and forget where they came from.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, they kind of get big-headed, and I like the humble humility, a nice bit of humility.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's good.
We met a wrestler, John Cena. My son and I went to a convention a couple of weeks ago, and John Cena was so humble and so kind. He shook our hand when we came in, said thank you, and shook our hand and said thank you when we left too. Just you can just tell by meeting him that he's very, very grounded.
And that's is that WWF wrestling, is it? Or?
Yeah. He's a local too. He's from Massachusetts himself, so.
Right. Yeah. So that's something I don't really know much about, is the WWF type of thing. I know it's huge, isn't it? Massive.
Yeah. Like football here is not even top 10. I think UFC, WWE, pickleball. I think. I think horseshoes is above soccer here. It's sad.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, it's a big revenue maker as well, isn't it? WWF and all that type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So everything's all about business and money nowadays.
Yeah. NFL, I think, is the biggest here. It's $120 billion industry or something like that. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, you get sponsorship and advertising and merch. It's all the merchandise.
Oh, yeah. That's where they get the money. Yeah, shirts,
huge.
All that. It's amazing.
Huge. Yeah. So who's your team playing next? Who's the Revolution playing next, then, Mark?
I'm not sure. I know they played Columbus last night, but I haven't been following as closely as I used to.
Right.
But that last night, so.
Yeah.
I kind of follow the box scores. It's tough to watch them because I don't know any of the players anymore. They don't go for stars. Everybody they have are mediocre, and the pace is just not there. And they have
No.
a manager that isn't great, and he shouldn't be there. And it's just a lot of problems with the club. I wish they would
Right.
just around.
Yeah, yeah. I get you. I get you. I feel what you're saying there. Yeah. Kind of lose
Just
heart with it a little bit. What kind of crowds do they get down there?
not too much. The stadium is made for the Patriots, for the New England Patriots, and it holds 55,000, and they get maybe 12 or 14,000 for the Revolution there.
That's
Most
not
ever
too
got was I think they most ever got was 30,000 when Manchester United came with Wayne
right.
Rooney.
Okay. So 12, 14,000. That's not too bad, I suppose.
Right.
That's
But they want to make they want to make a football specific stadium for them for my Revolution. And I hope they would. I really hope that I get to see it in my
yeah,
life.
be good, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah.
Like a
Just-
small, kind of smaller, a bit more of a smaller stadium. You get more of an atmosphere, then, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Type of thing,
They
I
moved
suppose.
close to the city where it's easier to get to. I know they'd be doing something better. You know,
Yeah.
it's an hour south of Boston, and you have to drive all highway to get there.
Right. Yeah.
It's
So it's
tough.
not easy at all. No, especially in this day and age, the price of things and all that type of thing. Yeah. I'm aware we've only got about sort of few minutes left now, Mark, on the recording. So it's been great talking to you.
Been great, yeah.
Great
Nice
to see you
talking.
properly in the face and all that. So maybe we'll do it again some other time.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, I'm down for it.
Cool, man. Yeah, thanks for coming on
I
anyway.
hope I have plenty of views here.
Yeah, it's nice for people to hear, different aspects and that, and your side over there in America and
Yeah.
that type of thing. It's nice, something different.
Yeah, I talk with people over there, and I tell them about my match day, and I tell them about how the league works and how people work around the game here, and it's sad, just how it's not really embraced as well as it should be. I feel it's changed my life for the better, honestly.
Right.
Yeah, I was a heavy drug user when I was younger, and I replaced that drug use with football. Pretty much, it's become my drug now.
Yeah.
It's my it's my love.
Cool. And you've been clean now for a while, I take it?
Over 10 years, yeah.
Good man.
12 years.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, I was heavy into cocaine back in the day.
Right, yeah, and that's not cheap either, is it? That
It's not cheap yet.
Not at all. Yeah.
You never get enough.
And
Like
well, fair play to you for doing that and making that and staying clean. It's
Thank you.
football now in across the UK has got a huge cocaine problem amongst the fans. I don't know the players. I don't think the players, because they get drug tested every now and then, but the fans, it's massive. It's a massive thing. Such a shame, really. I'm not. Who am I to preach? I had a massive problem myself with alcohol and other bits and pieces, and so I'm very fortunate to be sitting here now talking to you.
The one thing I was touched. Cocaine was the one that just everything went out the window with it.
Sure. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I've seen people get destroyed with that stuff. Of course, I dabbled with it myself and that did the bits, but luckily I didn't get too involved on it. I was more of a booze. I think coke was more of a thing to make me drink more, to stay up longer, shall we say?
Definitely.
It didn't work. In the end, it just destroys you. But maybe that's another thing we can talk about one day. I mean, I'll get onto that subject. There's a lot of people out there, men's mental health and addiction and all that is a massive thing these days. A massive thing. And I got into a lot of
two things that I think people should really talk about more.
100%. Yeah. I mean, we don't want to bring doom and gloom on things, but a lot of suicide these days in this day and age. And if only they were taught. If you talked and you got it out and opened yourself up and got honest and stuff, I still get people messaging me and saying I need a bit of help with this and that, with addiction or drinking, and I'm always there to pass on what I've got. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like one of my sort of purposes in life, really. And,
that's beautiful. Yeah.
And
a couple years ago, he took his life after years of problems I didn't know about. He just didn't share his problems with me, and I wish I had known. And it was too late by then. So I just wish people, if they have something, that they need to say, that they should say it.
100%. 100%. And that's, I think we'll leave it on that note, you know, and congratulations to you for turning things around as well. And
you as well. I hope this podcast takes off for you.
Yeah, you're looking healthy and great, and it's good to talk to you. And maybe we'll catch up another time there, Mark. And
absolutely, yeah.
Best of luck to you. Thanks very much again for coming on. And
it's been great.
Yeah, cool, man. And I'm gonna hit the stop button. So
awesome.
Great talking, buddy.
Awesome.
All the best.